Hello, it's Joel Dunning here at ESTS 2024, and I have the great honour of being with the president of ESTS for 2024, Dr. Jozsef Furak, who has just come off the stage to give his wonderful presidential address. So before we get into what he was talking about, first of all, congratulations. What a wonderful meeting.
Thank you very much.
Maybe just tell us about the registration, how this has gone, and how this compares to previous years.
Thank you very much for the congratulations. Indeed, it's a very successful meeting. In this year, we had a record number of registration. We are around 1,500, which is continuously increasing. And the most important, that the delegates came from 81 countries. So we can conclude that the ESTS, one of the pure thoracic surgical society, but worldwide. So it's not a very, very international society. We are very happy.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Yeah. So it is the world's biggest pure thoracic surgery conference.
We are not combined with the cardiothoracic and like the others. This is advantage and disadvantage. You can decide. But really, we are the pure and dedicated thoracic surgical society worldwide. And as you see about the registration, we are improving very much.
Yeah. And what are some of the talks you've enjoyed over yesterday and today? What have been your favorites?
The invited lecture was very nice. Very nice. A great man, a great person. Shafki Shevji from Toronto had this lecture. We invited him, and we are very, very proud that he could accept our invitation. It was the invitation, innovations in the thoracic surgery and innovation mainly in the lung transplantation. So we could cite to the deep details of the lung transplantation, the new tendency in the lung transplantation. We were very, very happy. And the Brompton section today was very excellent. Quite actual topics was discussed from worldwide, from Japan, from Spain, from Europe, or from the States. So we are very happy. It was a successful section as well.
Yeah, great. And of course, in your presidential address, which I thought was absolutely fantastic, you were highlighting a lot about the new generation and about how us old guys should actually understand more about them. So tell us a little bit about what you were talking in your presidential address.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. During the last year in my presidency, I traveled a lot in Europe and Asia, in America, North America, even in South. And I realized that everywhere, this is one of the most crucial points. How must work together the two generations, the young, the junior generation, and the senior generation. We have a different characteristic. The junior generation are self-centered. The senior generation, we are work-centered. So we have to harmonize the attitude and the characteristic of these two generations, because otherwise the thoracic service wouldn't be successful. So that was my message. We have to know each other, we have to adapt each other, and we have to work together with a good collaboration, because neither is worse nor best, equal and no difference. We have to use our character in a collaboration.
And go a bit deeper into what do you think the differences are? What is this new generation? What do they want to get out of work? Because you're saying people are leaving specialty, which that's scary. We've got to stop that. So what are they looking for in a good job?
You are absolutely right. The European junior doctors gave a declaration. They summarized their feeling. And in the document, they mentioned that they have a problem with the work time, the work overload, the experiences. They are frustrated very much because they have they have at the beginning of the career, they have no enough knowledge and practice, and it's frustrating when they cannot manage the people as they expected and the patient. So that's why we have to think about how can we a little bit help them to get over the frustration barrier sooner, very quick, not so long and not so years after the beginning. So this is one important thing. And they mentioned in this documentation the need for the training. Very important. Not only the training, but I mentioned the mentorship. It's most important because the mentorship contains many details, not only the training. How can we lead and drive the young generation to be successful? And they had a claim for a flexible working time and for a less stressful workplace. So in some of these points we can manage very quickly, but in respecting, for example, the skill, to get the skill, it takes time. And I mentioned there is no magic tablets, pill to reduce this period. We have to work together. We have to understand the problem of the other side. Not other side, it's not a good explanation, but from the other colleagues, from the other generation. And we have to harmonize it sooner or later, because otherwise this document mentioned that they are facing to leave from the clinical practice and leave from the thoracic surgical part of, for example. There is a big gap in the States and in Europe as well between the need for the thoracic surgeons and the available thoracic surgeons. So I mentioned in 2030, the thoracic surgical cases will increase by 70%. And the number of the thoracic surgeons is reducing. So if we don't change our policy and we don't work closer, more and more effectively, there will be a big problem.
Absolutely right. And I'm here with the ESTS president, and the annual meeting is the highlight of the year, but there's so much other things that ESTS do. You have fellowships, you have teaching throughout the year. Just give us a little flavor for what else the ESTS does for our community.
Oh, thanks for the question, because the crucial point is education in the ESTS, one of the crucial, to be frank. And in the year, we have many webinars, many thoracic surgical schools, and for example, webinars about the most actual problems. We invite experts to speak about it. We have in-person meetings, theoretical schools, practical schools. So we see the problem at the level of the ESTS, and I think we are working very nicely, because the trainees, the opinion of the trainees and the feedback is absolutely acceptable, and they are very happy with the result. But we have to work out some kind of project to solve the problem at the unit level, at the department level. I know that Europe is a heterogeneous. There is a different possibilities, for example, the eastern part, the western part, north and south, but we have to somehow work out how can we work together at the units level, because if a boss is not responsible for the trainees, and not for the trainees but the younger seniors as well, and at that time we will not be in success.
Yeah, well, I think it's such a wonderful society. Well done with your year as president. I guess it comes to the end. You get to have a celebration tonight.
Yes,
congratulations on everything you've done. Over a decade of work with the ESTS as well, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
You've been absolutely brilliant.
I was working more than 20 years in the leadership of the ESTS. So,
well, congratulations from me and everyone at CTS.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.